Alright, it's as if truly everything wants to spare us on the ponies here. Twitch, the resolution, the game itself, but no, we're back with my little Mongolia. Warfare is magic. Things are going alright for our new Mongol Empire, and we had a bit of a situation when it came to Afghanistan, but otherwise we're doing fine. Mostly through units we have pressed out of the Himalayan Empire, because hey, that's a very convenient 6 million people that we can press most out of, because our puppeteer has been kind enough to do service by requirement. I'm keen to get more puppets though, considering just how much they can contribute, and I'm eyeing up Yemen in that regard. In fact, why settle for just eyeing up? I want them inside of me. Oman, I don't really care so much about. I would happily go and justify and conquer them. It costs a bit more. You know what, I'll do it anyway. It's pretty much free land there. And I need to start thinking about taking down Japan. They are the ultimate goal in all of this. They are probably the loneliest power in the world, outside of the people that aren't actually in a faction. Boy, I would love to go conquering down here, but I think America would have a thing or two to say about that. And I'm not quite ready to be picking a fight with the mighty allies right now. They're even managing to kick the teeth out of Japan as they try to invade there. Now, we can get a casus belli on Japan whenever. It wouldn't take very long at all. Okay, I mean, the ongoing justifications really bring that up, but I think it would be like 50 days or so. So we should keep that in mind. But we're a bit low on our own manpower, we're a bit low on our subjects' manpower, to the point where I'm thinking of taking a good bunch of these Prussian ponies and just telling them, nah, you guys can just go away. Because we just don't have the manpower for all of our units here, so I'm going to take you guys and say, no, you can go back to the pool. We need your manpower to flesh out these superior Prussian ponies. I got these ones right here. I decided to give them a new template icon there, because this is our ultimate fighting force, combat width of 20 with half decent support. And again, if you haven't really been following the point here, we're not allowed to use anything other than horses for our offensives. No cannons, no artillery, no support artillery. That's it. We're allowed flying horses and sea horses, but that's about as far as we go with all of that. So we'll get our mighty ones over here, and what about all the rest of our units? Since Japan's the one we're going to be eyeing up, I should probably just get them back home. Where can I even stick you that you're not going to cause any harm or fuss here? Always got to think about supply, right? Well, you know what, the both of you can just head on back there. Actually, with that in mind, you should probably strategically deploy yourself back there. There is simply no time. I can sort you guys out later. And then those that remain, the elite of the elite, under our most elite leadership, you can deal with all this. Did you have any other plans, I wonder? It doesn't even matter. Just storm these guys, okay? Damn right they're okay. We have a few remaining here as well. They're just chewing up my manpower. That's fine. And then let us carry on. So in this campaign we're allowed to only use horses, and the ultimate goal is to take down Japan. Japan defeated us the last time we tried to play with horses only. But this time we have many new tools at our disposal. Oh, I would love some jet engines, I can't deny that. But it would take 150 days to do, and there's a lot of technologies that we can research on the cheap, thanks to our technology sharing continual focus. And I do love continual focuses. Now I'm just trusting that everything looks and sounds okay, but I'm sure you guys will keep me in the right if it's not. Get to work. I'm just looking for some free manpower here, not a whole lot else. One of the problems is, though, that our subject here keeps recruiting his own units. I'd really rather he didn't, but I don't know of any way to stop him from doing that. I'm certainly not about to guarantee anyone's independence around here. And he still has no recruitable population remaining. I mean, the manpower situation looks fine for us. Surely everything will be okay. I'd love to make these into better Prussian pony units, but I'm not sure if that's really an option for us. There's also the issue that, oh geez, our production is looking bad. We need so much iron to produce all these goodies. Okay, steel to produce all these goodies. Got a surplus on the oil. I was hoping somebody might buy them from us. But we need a touch more aluminium, and I wonder if the United States would give it to us. Of course they would. We need rubber. I'm not so concerned about that, but it's steel that we need so much more of. And that's why we appeal to Papa Jojo. That's a good name. I like it. Great news. Finland is down. There's going to be no half measures in this winter war. Jake, nothing a quick Nepalese genocide won't solve. How many allies does Papa Joseph have in this war? Quite a lot. He went subject crazy in the war with the Axis. So he's got good old East Germany, you know, best Germany on his side, the Polish People's Republic. Loads of republics. Not only that, he took a good old chunk of Spain for himself, and he's eating his way through Freedom France. I mean, come on, they're France. What fight can they even put up? Now, Don Banana is getting angered by the Yemeni posturing. We must prepare for war. And oh, we are very prepared for war. Shouldn't be a problem. We'll just storm on in. And then a man goes down the same way. Plenty of uncertainty in the world, but we can deal with it. This is such a horrible pass, but who knows, maybe in the future it'll be working for us. So construction is very much slowed down thanks to us selling off a lot of our civilian factories. I'd love to build more civvy factories. I think we're just going to get rid of you in Kurdistan. And do I really care about this? Not as much as I care about getting my nukes going. Damn, I look forward to getting my nukes. I'd love to get more continual focuses for these as well, but I've got to continue on with my teching here because it's a bit grim. When, oh boy, that's so cheap. That's so damn cheap. Jake, push that past to 10 infrastructure since all your armies are using it, or going to be using it. Yeah, I'd love to build lots of things. I just don't have the anything for it. So how are these units looking? They're fine on the manpower, that's good. These are the most important ones to keep good. These ones don't matter so much. Doesn't even look like they're short units. So I wonder what's the situation with you. You apparently don't have any manpower to spare. I would like you to do a heavier recruitment law. But there's lots of things I would like and I cannot get them all. Do not care about radio stations. We're already getting our night attack. None of these matter to us whatsoever. We can't even use them. Although 10% cavalry soft attack, that's difficult to say no to. Very difficult to say no to. But damn, I need my trickle back. We've already done our doctrines as well we should. There's plenty to be done in the air, but strategic bombers, close air support, and fighters are all I'm really looking for. Is that? I'm sure there are other things that can do close air support, right? Yeah, so I wonder if the jet tactical bombers are better than the CAS. Well, there's a lot I don't know about fighting in the air, because I generally don't have the resources to do so. What I can do is get all of this. What a wonderful continuous focus. But I have to keep an eye on my subjects here. I don't want them getting too ahead of themselves, thinking that they can just break free no matter how much they want to. I hope these aren't hurting too badly. 6% and 22% loss due to lack of resources. That's okay, we don't need a lot of trucks, so I'm happy enough just having 2 factories working on it. It's the infantry equipment that I really need, because yeah, you can fire rocket launchers from the backs of horses. What, didn't you know that? Jake, request forces from Nepal. Alright, Nepal. I think you mean Himalayan Empire. I could request these forces, but for what reason? I can't use them because they're not horses. That would go against the grain. Oh, I am liking all this extra resources though. We need it. We need it bad. This should actually save us a wee bit on how much we have to throw away. I'm not in the synthetics business, although maybe I should be. If I had a synthetic or 2, I wouldn't have to import so much. We certainly don't have our own access to rubber and that. But I don't know. I guess I will have to figure out some kind of naval. I can't remember what people told me to have. I think they said carriers are great. That's not a big bonus I get on carriers though, and I could get, oh man, submarines practically for free. So Jake, on what war are you going to jump? Japan? India? I'm going to hoover up the last of Arabia that I can, and then it's Japan that I'm looking at. Then again, Japan are pushing back here. Japan are very scary with the amount they have, and I'm not actually so sure Papa Jojo is going to be able to get in on that. In fact, if Jojo ends up losing here, he might be the one that I have to jump on. We gotta play our cards just right. Look at how many of his forces he's withdrawing now. China is such a prize, though, for slaughtering Japan. Even if we don't force Japan to capitulate straight away, just having this and keeping it guarded with our mighty horses will bring us a long way forward. Alright, I'm going to take a couple of you, maybe even 3 of you, so we get a nice steady number here. Get them unassigned, get them pretty much deleted so that our subject gets those resources back. I mean, for what purpose do I want rockets? I want jets, but... Oh, right, there's no ahead of time anymore on the nuclear bomb, right? No, there's... It's only 478 days, that's nothing. Yeah, we need to figure out nukes. We're building our stations anyway. Jake, why not just annex the Raj? Yeah, just annex the Raj, no problem. Well, to be fair, we could get a whole lot of it under our belt, but how strong are they? The trouble is being dragged into an endless war here. Not a big fan of being stuck in the long wars. Soviet North Africa is gone, but the submarine is here. I could get better submarines, but the question is, do I care so much about that? Carriers are what I'm going to want plenty of, and I'm happy enough producing plenty of those right now. Well, we will need them sooner or later, so I'll get on with the submarines. Jake, just join Papa's war and take it for yourself. Yeah. I like finishing my wars, not having them drag on. Besides, I'll probably want to eat Soviets. Need the enemies to go and kill each other, and then we'll figure out where we're going. I wonder if it makes the most sense to research what we get the best bonuses on first, since I probably can't stay on this forever. This continual focus, I mean, because I'm going to need to start repressing my subjects, or oppressing my subjects. However you want to look at it. Yeah, let's get our synthetic oil. Probably will need it sooner or later. And we begin the long, long journey towards getting our nuclear reactors. Service by requirements making that take longer, but rarity is helping us out some way, somehow. going to be finished in December this year, so yeah, we got a long way to go here. Free France is down, so the Soviet Union's doing pretty well for themselves here. Jeez, actually Europe is looking a little screwed. I wonder if I declare this war, would it just get merged with the other one? I don't know, war mergers have really changed much. I agree, we can't trust those Yemeni Don Banana. Silly names, such silly names. Now I'd love to be recruiting more right now, getting them in training and all that, but truly I don't have the manpower to be doing my own ones. Excavation's down as well, we're getting all the goodies here. Dive bombing done too. Ah, okay. I thought maybe we could progress further and faster here. It's not like I have a lot of planes to throw at the enemy. I'd like to get better ones, but there's a lot of things I'd like to get better. This is one of them. Can't go wrong with decryption and encryption. So there's the thing, even Bhutan has no manpower for us. There's a wee sliver of them coming out of the Himalayan Empire, that's all. My own horse divisions are not so hot, they're only half as strong as these super ponies. I'd like them to be better, but I just don't have the resources to do that. Heck, eventually I'll probably be cutting away these guys just so I can have stronger units that, oh boy, you guys need to be stronger as well. Get you trained up. I need that valuable army experience. Even if it will cost me resources. Jake, have you heard of the Polish motorized cavalry brigades? Motorized? That doesn't sound like a horse to me. So who is going to win when it comes to Europe? It's looking awfully Soviet here. Yugoslavia and Greece, once they go down, it's going to be concentration on West Germany. The United Kingdom still have a ton of units, and what of the Americas? That's a ton. Don't know how much they're going to be shipping them over, but it's still a ton. So Yemen will be down in about a month, and then I go and crush them. And there goes almost all of the Soviet forces on this end. If it weren't for the gaping hole in my defences here, it'd be very, very tempting to jump them. Don't know to what extent they would just come and slap me right back. But I could always set up large, fairly useless cavalry divisions to just go and take all of this. Population is low, and I'm pretty certain they have no factories around here. But it would ensure that it's mine. I really do want to pop the Soviets. I want to pop everything. We are the Mongols, after all. Jake, how many troops do the Soviet puppets have? Good question. I mean, the Turks don't exactly have many. East Germany have 1, the Poles have 10. A lot of these guys had no time at all to set up an army before it just became war o'clock. So it doesn't really surprise me that they can't stand up on their own 2 feet. How in the world could we be suffering getting our rubber from the Raj? Forget you and your rubber. I'm sure there are better people who can give me more. Like, yeah. Oh, I want so many more factories than I have. We lose 19 from imports, but we gain 6 from exports, which is rather nice. Excuse me. Just choking up at the thought of my ponies, they grow up so fast. Happy enough getting these fighters. I would love to build variants of them. But then that would reset this quite heavily, and I'm not in the mood for that. That's almost capped on production efficiency, though. Go, go. We need everything we can get here. Speaking of, we've actually managed to almost completely fulfill everybody's desire for considerably better guns. We even stole a few. Lasting peace in America, not that we were really in a position to sail on over. We have 94 convoys, but we also have no real way of defending said convoys. Also somewhat impressed at Japan's pushback here on the Raj. Probably because the Soviets are keeping the Allies busy across the rest of the world. I mean, what is even going on here in East Africa? It's disgusting. But there's a lot of disgust going on here. So Yemen goes down. I'm going to take their units and press them into my glorious horse army, although that will be very expensive on the army experience. And we'll eye up who to stab. Now, I would love to stab Japan, and in fact, since they're kind of busy in here, that could well be one of the best things to do. But stabbing Papa Joe is also another very tempting thing to do. Alright, yeah, man, it's been fun, and by fun I mean it's time for you to... Whoa! Free France guarantees you. But Free France is almost gone. I forget how that works. Would Free France end up calling in all of the allies on your side? I can't remember how that works. Can anyone remember how that works? What of a man. Okay, West Germany is the one keeping a man safe. Yeah, I could do with knowing if that's going to cause the Allies to all get involved. Jake, there's a Free France in Ethiopia. I wouldn't mind some Free France for myself. Jake, all paths lead to war with the Allies. Oh man, I don't want to fight the British Raj without, you know, being in any position to deal with them. It's gonna get messy, isn't it? Because the Raj are no pushover with those units. Yes, Jake, it's Alliance Cascade all the way down. Oh man. Oh man, I don't like that. For doing that kind of fighting. If it's going to come to that, I think I'd rather deal with Japan. Alright, Yemen, you win this time. I'm going to cancel my justification on you as well and then just roll my troops over. Regrettable. Okay, but I need to think how best to deal with you. I've got a lot of people here to punch through. Jake, doesn't the cascading make you nostalgic for old EU4? Was it that way in old EU4? I mean, I know it was that way in EU3, but... yeah, well. Okay, Japan then. You, I can justify a war goal in approximately no time. But, yeah, you have quite a few around here. I mean, what I'd be looking at is maybe defending this front and then pushing into China. Capping you off here and grabbing this, whilst punching down this way as well. I really don't have the number for that. Not even slightly. I wonder if these Prussian ponies can hold out. They do at the very least have some engineers, so they just have to dig in, right? Right. Yeah, I'm sure having it that thinly applied won't be problematic. And what's the idea? Just a punch south with you? Yeah, I can do that. these scrubbies. The trouble with them is there are actual units. Oh well, no guts, no glory. Yeah, even get into the sea, guys. That's what you're good for. Cursed Free France getting in my way here. I didn't think it went down that way, but oh well. Don't send your ponies into the sea again, Jake. Nah, I'll be fine this time. Okay, so the Soviet Union is no longer giving me my steel. I don't know why. Our trade influence is too low. And they've closed their economy. I would dare say that that's the reason. Okay, now we're desperately in need of steel and no real way to get them. Thankfully, America is here to help us. We get most of that steel, good enough. And we're building the convoys to pop that up as well. Slowly but surely, we're getting those convoys. Well, even slower now that we don't have the steel to make them. Poor Soviets just keep asking me to join their war. Doesn't work that way, I'm afraid. Could always do with more entrenchment, but there's a lot of things I could always do with more of. Like more better fighters, and then I can get jet fighters. Alright, Japan's probably going to wake up and see what's happening here. Still, we'll get our war goal. I'm going to want... I don't really know what I want, it's all good. I guess I wouldn't mind Beijing for myself. But I wonder if I couldn't just start producing loads of small units. Because I'm probably going to need loads of them to get around somewhere. Rainbow Raiders are 3. These guys are also 3. I wonder if it's a good idea to make single stacks with nothing. So... I don't even know if I just put it somewhere or not. Also motorized division, might as well... might be handy at some point. Okay, if I just removed you guys, this only takes 2,000 manpower. Then again, we could only build like 20 of these and then we'd be struggling. I could take it even lower and then we'd need, or we'd be able to have 4,000 or so of these. 4,000 of these. Man, listen to me here. I gotta have 48 of these and I'm not sure if it's truly worth it for that. But they might come in handy, if only for taking over large swathes of land. Call it Rainbow Raiders 1. And then I'll say, I want tons of those, please. Goodbye, manpower. Cheap and ineffective. Jake, since you turned fascist, shouldn't you stab a Papa Stalin and see Japan as a friend? I would see Japan as a friend if they weren't holding on to all this delicious land. Then again, I don't know, the thing is Stalin's bringing away so many of his units. It's just that he's fighting so well over here. He would turn around and probably slap